Hi there, welcome back to Test Drive Live. I'm Jana.
And I'm Jean.
And today we're talking about hearing aids. Now, fun fact, Jean has actually played my mom before in the commercial land, and I am so excited to be back on set with her.
So am I. Isn't she a beautiful daughter?
Aww. Now, feel free to participate in the live chat if you have any questions. Let's get started.
You know, one of the worst things about getting old, which I'm getting old, is losing your hearing. You know, and I love to hear my grandchildren play, come over, we play games, I just watch them romp around.
So what do you say? Let's check them out.
Great. Let's open them
these up.
They're really nicely packaged too, so you know no one's had them before.
Yes, they're very nice. They have a nice little sleeve. So you just slide them right out of there. And what's nice too, is it says it on the back here. They're trusted by over 400,000 customers. That's a lot of people, Jean.
And I love what it says on the front.
Right, hearing for everyone. So once we open these up, and it should be noted too, that Jean is opening up this one, which is the Audien Atom Pro 2. I'm opening up the original, which is the Audien Atom 2. So they're basically the same products are in each box, but they're different versions of hearing aids. So this cute little case is kind of similar to what you might see in other earbuds, which is kind of fun because it's like niche, you know, it makes you feel like one of those people that have the little earbuds going on. So mine opens up this way, and Jean's is gonna open up from the top.
Mine opens up from the top.
Now, one thing that you'll notice with Jean's hearing aids is hers has a little blue light. So Jean, if you tilt yours down a little bit, yeah, Naveed can see inside. That little blue light is the UV sanitizing rays, which is very cool that those sanitize themselves.
It is so nice. It just makes you feel more secure.
Right. I mean, especially in this day and age where we just want everything sanitized and clean.
Absolutely.
So Jean, you mentioned something about this little tab that's on these hearing aids. Why don't you tell them what you were saying?
Well, when I first tested mine, I thought, how do I get these out of here? And part of it is I didn't read the instructions well enough, which I highly recommend that you do. So I was trying to get my nail in there to pull it out. Well, see these little, they look like antenna to me, and that's what I thought they were. I was all worried that I was gonna ruin the hearing aids. But it's a little tab to grab it so you can put it in your ear, and when you reinsert them, the magnet just takes them back. That's just for charging.
Yes, so let's go on with everything else. It comes with a few accessories, and if you open up the box, you'll see it has a little pouch, and it's labeled very nicely where it says accessories on there. So once you pull that open, you'll see what's inside, and we'll go through all of that with you. So it comes with these little guys, and this here are the wax guards. This is gonna help take out a piece that's inside the hearing aid. It just gives you like a little bit of a clean sense for the little piece that's inside the hearing aid.
That's right.
And this makes it really nice because you don't have to touch anything with your actual fingers. This pulls out the old piece on this side, and it puts on the new little piece on this side here. So the next piece is the little wall box that comes for it for charging. And we can open that up. It looks like any other wall box that you might have that would charge your phone or iPad, very similar. It's got the USB on the one side.
You know what I love about this packaging? It's so, to me, it's kind of elegant, and everything is secured in a nice plastic bag.
It really
Everything is wrapped securely, and I think it's attractive.
It's very convenient, and this nice little box is just so fun. The next thing we're gonna go for is these here. These are the earbuds, and so they come in various sizes. As you can see, these ones on my right side are going to be a little bit smaller, and these ones over here are gonna be a little bit bigger, so that you can change out the piece that is inside on the hearing aid to make them fit a little more snug in your ear. It's gonna be this piece right here. And then this, of course, is your charging cable. And then the only other piece that we want to show you is this handy dandy little cleaning brush. And this is just going to be to clean off any debris that might collect on your hearing aids.
And it is very important to clean them because you've spent this money that you want to keep them well maintained.
Take care of it.
Absolutely.
So the one thing we want to show you is it comes with a nice little instruction manual on the inside. It's very clearly labeled.
Yes.
I do want to note that the instruction booklet is very nice. Like I said, this is the Adam 2 instruction booklet. These instruction booklets are 11 pages. Well, it says 12 pages because the last page is precautions. So now let's take a look and see what Audien has to say about their product.
Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024, the Audien Adam 2 series offers superior sound quality and functionality for a fraction of the price. For just $189 a pair, the Adam 2 features 4 different hearing modes for all types of hearing loss. It packs crystal clear sound, a nearly invisible design, and is even rechargeable.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids. They're so comfortable, I forget I'm wearing them. And the sound is amazing.
The Adam Pro 2 is our smallest hearing aid yet, featuring advanced background noise cancellation and is the world's first hearing aid with built-in UV cleaning that kills 99% of bacteria.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed without seeing a doctor or having a hearing test.
Join over 500,000 happy customers today and get the hearing you deserve.
Now, after watching those videos, I realized that I said there were over 400,000 customers that have had pleasant experiences with the Adam. Those videos told me that there have been over 500,000 happy users. That's 500,000 people that have had great experiences with the Adam. Now, Jean, why don't you tell me about some more scenarios that you could see yourself using these and about your experience at home?
Okay, well, I could tell you a lot of stories about hearing because it happens all the time in my house. I made a vow that I was going to exercise every single day, 5 days a week. So I have a walking partner in my neighborhood and we have been walking together, if you can believe it, for 30 years. So we wake up later now than we used to, but we walk for 3 miles. And that's a long time, but when you're talking, you don't even realize the time is passing. Well, over the last 6 months, my friend Julie has said, you know, Jean, you say what a lot. I go, I do? What? Me? No. I say that to my husband all the time. He says it to me. So it turns out that I realized maybe there's something wrong. Well, now that I've gotten to experience these hearing aids, oh my gosh, I can't believe the difference. So I only have the hearing loss in one ear. So I'm always switching sides when we walk, like I look like I'm drunk or something, so that I could get on the right side where I can hear her. And then when I'm talking, I go to the other side. Now I can just carry it with me. It is so portable that I can just take it with me, and when she's talking to me, I can put it in my ear. And I've only been doing that for a couple weeks now, and she cannot believe the difference. So that's one thing.
Well, I think what we really want to hit home there is that they're ideal for seniors and older people that might be experiencing some sort of hearing loss, right?
Absolutely. And you know what? You don't have to go to the doctor. You can just buy them and you have them right there at home for your use. They fit in your purse. You can use them anywhere you are, which is wonderful. So I'm going to tell you another place where I have issues. So the church that my husband and I go to, we go every Sunday, and I really love to listen to the sermon that the pastor is given. And I can't tell you how many times that he's talking and I'm grabbing on to what he's saying, and then I can't hear him. Either he lowers his voice, he steps away from the mic, or he just talks lower and I miss the end of the words,
well,
which
and that's
is so
a really important message that you want to hear, right?
Yep. So I just have him in my purse. So when I want to hear him speak and I don't want to miss the really important segments, I just pop it in my ear and I get to go home with the whole message, which is wonderful.
I love that. my experience at home, and this is kind of funny, I'm going to tell a story. I always tell stories about my family, my parents, my husband, and so on and so forth. So with regard to my home, and in one of my at-home videos, you're going to see this. My husband and I enjoy watching TV at night together, and you mentioned The Crown. My husband and I love to watch The Crown. I tend to love subtitles because, you know, sometimes I miss what they're saying, and it bothers my husband on occasion when we're like in a movie theater or at home, and I'm like, what did they say? What did they say? What did they say? So I always have on the subtitles.
Yes.
But I could see myself using these little bad boys in moments like that when I'm missing every other word that they're saying, and not having to bother my husband, especially when we're in the theater. Because not only am I interrupting his movie watching experience, but probably everyone else in the theater as well. So and what a great way to be.
I was just going to tell you something about The Crown too.
Please do.
Because my husband and I were watching it.
Such a great show.
And it was a great show, but they've got the British accents. And I don't like subtitles, but we needed the subtitles because I have to read it. But then I miss what's going on in the picture, and it is so frustrating for me. So glad to have my little bad boy, like you mentioned,
little friend here
to use for that.
Yeah, these are really nice. And I also wanted to mention now, when we're at home, the way my living room, the way my house is set up is our living room shares a wall with the master bedroom. So the TV is actually on that same wall that shares a wall with my master bedroom. And you'll see this in my at-home video. I say, my husband, for some reason, is so scared of me at night and waking me up on like a weekday night when he's watching Monday Night Football or Tuesday Night Football or whatever night football it is. He can get like a little loud watching football, and it's loud on the TV. Like he's watching it at level like 70, just something so excruciatingly loud it wakes me up. So what raises the hair on his arm is when I poke my cute little sleepy-eyed face out of my bedroom door, and I'm like, hey babe, you think you could turn down the TV? So next time I'm just gonna leave these on the coffee table so that he can just pop in these little things and he can watch the TV at like a normal level instead of level 70. But what a win-win for both him and I. And I love that we can do that. We can share it.
Yeah, because there's
right. So if his ear canal's a little bit bigger than mine or mine's a little bit smaller, we can both just pop on our own little earbuds and then use these when we need to. So the other scenario that I can see myself using the Atom 2 is social gatherings. And I think it's really important for seniors or people just my age that want to participate fully in social gatherings, like parties, any kind of event or something like that. Sometimes it's so frustrating when you're struggling to hear and you don't want to constantly be saying like, what? Because then it comes off as you're not paying attention, but you really are. The problem is just you're not hearing at full capacity.
It's happening more and more often now that we're in a restaurant at a table like 8 people, and that one's talking, and then I can't hear it all, so I gravitate to the one that's next to me, and it has been so frustrating for me. So these have been wonderful for me to just pop in that one ear that doesn't hear well, and it has been a life changer for me. So I am so thankful for them, and I think they're awesome.
They sure are. Well, let's move on to some of the key points because we can kind of expound on that information a little bit too. What I kind of wanted to talk about is these were rated the best, and pardon me because I want to read some of this, so I want to make sure that I'm communicating it correctly. These hearing aids have been voted one of the best hearing aids by USA Today. That's pretty incredible.
Impressive.
So the other thing, and then we're talking about the Audion Atom 2, the Audion Atom 2. Now Jean's gonna talk about the Pro. This is the original. Now this one has 4 different hearing modes for all types of hearing loss. Now this is important to note because it has the ability to change the mode between 4 different environments. So in order to change the hearing mode on these, you're going to hold the volume button on the hearing aid. And I just want to open this up so that I can show you where the volume button is in as well. That's going to be, and get ready, Cello, because I'm going to need you to zoom in real tight. There you go. Yeah, this little button on the inside of that hearing aid is going to be the volume button. So when you have that in your ear, you're going to hold this button for 3 seconds until you hear a lower toned little booping sound. And that booping sound is going to tell you the hearing mode that your device is in. So 1 boop means it's in conversation mode. So just like you and I talking right here, that would be conversation mode. Now, if you hear 2 boops, that's going to be a noisy environment. So like a restaurant, which would, like when I was with Heather at brunch the other day, that would be hearing mode number 2. Number 3 would be transportation. So if you're on literally a plane, train, or automobile, something like that. Or what I could see too is if you're on a bus and there were like lots of conversations happening around you, that would be the hearing mode for something like that. So anything transportation wise. And then finally, number 4 would be outdoor. So I would envision that at like a sporting event. I could see like wearing it to a kid's soccer game. You know, funny thing, my dad goes to my niece's soccer games all the time. She's quite the little soccer star, my Malia. But anyway, she plays soccer and my dad is always what? When the ref says something, my dad's like, what? What did you say? Like this would be perfect for my father at those little soccer games for my niece. So a couple other things that I want to mention about these hearing aids are they have a new A2 chip for crystal clear sound. They're 100% rechargeable with a 24-hour battery life.
Which, unlike my husband's, which is 13-hour and costs $5,000, $6,000, $7,000.
You said at like 6:30 p.m. He starts swearing because his hearing aids aren't charged anymore and he can't hear them. So that's pretty amazing that these come with a 24-hour battery life. Like we love that. It also has a new patented comfort and design and dual wax protection. Now the similar technology of these guys goes for thousands of dollars, like you said. Mostly like $5,000, $6,000. So these come in at like, we're talking a very low percentage of that price, like less than 5%, which is just incredible that that's how it compares to its competitors. Now, Jean, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Pro?
Yes, so this has a few more features. First of all, once again, it's rated one of the best hearing aids. It has everything that the Atom 2 has.
That's right.
That Jana was just describing. Plus, it has advanced background noise cancellation, which is so wonderful when you're in a noisy area or traveling. So it's wonderful, like if you're on an airplane, like you said, or a bus or a train, now that we have some trains in Orlando. So also, it's a little smaller. It's 15% smaller than the Atom 2. So the ease of the case portability is a little bit better. If you remember, you just pop it open like this. The size of the case is just like an ear pod. So as Jana and I mentioned, it makes us feel like we're with it.
Right, a little
we
bougie.
Have little ear pods.
Everybody wants to feel a little bougie every once in a while.
That's right. And they're the first hearing aids in the world, with the built-in, well, I need that again, the UV cleaner. Remember we told you it's a sanitation feature with the blue light inside. So you know you're having clean things put in your ears, which for me is very comforting. So, well, now we're going to cut to
I think we should cut to our home videos so you can see our experience at home. Hi friends from Test Drive Live. Coming to you from my car. I just picked up the Audion Atom Pro 2 hearing aids from my producer Jason. Currently sitting in traffic on my drive back home. I'm listening to an audiobook in my car, a nice little holiday story. And I popped in these hearing aids because I wanted to see if I could turn down the volume on my audiobook and use these to hear it at a higher decibel. I think that's the proper term. And wow, guys, it's incredible. I can see how these would be really helpful for younger people. Especially if you're like on a road trip and you're like listening to something on your phone and you want to pop these in so that you can hear it a little bit better when there's other conversations happening in the car. I could see these being really helpful if you're at a loud event and you're trying to have a conversation. I mean, just this last weekend, I went to brunch with my best friend and we were in this really loud breakfast cafe and we were sitting at the bar trying to catch up. And it was so loud in there. I was like missing every other word that she was saying. I wish I would have had something like this to just pop in my ear so that I could hear her better. And I wish I had my little extra pair with me so I could give them to her so that we could just hear each other, you know? So anyway, initial thoughts, stay tuned for more. So this is our living room. You know, this is the TV. Behind this wall right here, that's my master bedroom. That's where I, you know, go to sleep. And I tend to go to sleep a little bit earlier than my husband. He's a chef, so he keeps like, you know, some irregular hours. He stays up a little bit later than me. So on football nights, he likes, you know, to watch, of course. And the volume on the TV can get kind of loud sometimes. And for some weird reason, nothing scares my husband more than when I pop my little head out of the bedroom door and I'm like, do you think he could turn the TV down a little bit? I don't know why that like raises the hairs on his arm. He hates the idea of waking me up at night, probably because I don't sleep all that well. But what I'm thinking is, instead of him like having to move all of his stuff, you know, all of his snacks that he has out on the table and his blanket and all his little like comfy things that he does at night, he could just pop in some of these little bad boys and be able to hear the TV a little bit better without it being at like a 50 or 60 volume level. So it's like a win-win for everybody.
Hi. I am walking up to my daughter's house. She lives just a few doors down from me, and she bought some crackers for me at the grocery store, and I'm here to pick them up. Here I am, knocking on the door. I hear the dog, but I don't hear come in. I heard it for the first time.
Hey, you came into the house without me having to get the door.
Huh, you did notice that, didn't you? Well,
did.
guess why?
How come?
Well, I have a little surprise for you. Look at my left ear.
Oh, you got a hearing aid.
I did. And you know what? It works. Tell me what you want for Christmas.
Legos,
Legos? How cool. What kind of Legos?
Star Wars.
Star Wars. I love Star Wars. Can I help you, Mimi?
Wait, Mimi, you can hear me?
Yes, I can. Finally.
Now, I just love those at-home videos because you get a little peek into my world and your world. They're just so fun, and I think they make like our little testimonial parts that much more endearing, a little window into our lives. So we're gonna read a few testimonials. Jean and I have both picked out a favorite. I'm gonna start with Evelyn's testimonial. She says, TV used to be a source of frustration for me. Thanks to the Atom 2, I can enjoy my favorite shows without maxing out the volume and without disturbing my family. It's a lifesaver.
And mine is from Margaret, and she writes, the Audion Atom 2 hearing aids have been a true blessing in my life. I can now hear my grandchildren slaughter and enjoy family gatherings like never before. These hearing aids are comfortable and incredibly effective.
I think what you meant to say was my grandchildren's laughter. The funny thing you said is, I can hear my grandchildren slaughter. I was
That
so
too.
Cute. So maybe
That
she does
too.
need to wear her hearing aid all the time. That was really
Oh my
cute, Jean. I
gosh.
loved that so much.
I'm glad you thought that was
Well,
cute.
Yeah, that was really cute, Jean. So it's about time to wrap it up, and I think the director's talking to you.
Yeah, he's telling me it's time to wrap it up. So I can hear him thanks to my affordable hearing aids that are in my ear, and I'll be using them again when I watch the segment on FreeCast's Test Drive Fast channel.
Well, thanks so much for watching Test Drive Live, where we take cool products for a test drive so you don't have to. Stay tuned for more innovative products coming up next. We'll see you next time.
Bye.